Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Dylan. On this channel, I teach skateboarding tutorials, product reviews, and all the behind the scenes of our skateboarding nonprofit here in Kansas City. Today, we're gonna learn a brand new mini ramp trick, and it is the Layback Frontside rock to Fakie. Check it out. Fun fact, the first trick tip I ever did on my channel was a layback frontside rock and roll, and I probably should have done one to Fakie right after it, but at the time I just didn't know any better, so we're gonna learn that one today. So what is a layback frontside rock to Fakie? It's when you're gonna go up the ramp frontside, you're gonna drop your back hand on the coping, reach down, grab the coping, you're gonna do a frontside rock, but before you turn 180 degrees and turn your body back in, you're actually only going to go 90, stop the rotation, and then go back down Fakie. So before you learn how to do this trick, there's a few other tricks you wanna learn how to do first. The first one is to make sure you know how to drop in. Second, you wanna make sure you feel comfortable doing a frontside kick turn on the mini ramp. Third, make sure you know how to do a frontside rock and roll, and if you don't, there's a card at the top of the video, teach you how to do it there. And lastly, you wanna make sure you know how to do a layback frontside rock and roll, and if you don't know how to do that one either, there's also a card at the top of this video. Click there, go watch that video, and then come back and learn how to do it to Fakie. So two placements you wanna know when doing this trick. One is your foot placement, and I put my feet right here. My front foot goes directly over the bolts, and then my back foot is on the tail. You can see I'm a little bit on the inside pocket, on the toe side pocket with my back foot, and that just helps me turn 180 degrees to go back in frontside, even though you're gonna go back in Fakie. And then the second thing you need to know is where to put your hand. So your backhand is gonna grab the coping, and you're always gonna go thumb side up on the coping. When you grab, four fingers are gonna go below, but that thumb is gonna be on the deck when you grab the coping. To do a layback frontside rock and roll to Fakie, you're gonna go up the ramp frontside. And as you get close to the top of the ramp, you're gonna drop your backhand on the coping with your thumb side up. So backhand on the coping, your thumb's gonna be on the deck, the other four fingers below. And from there, you're gonna go up just like you would a normal layback frontside rock and roll. You're gonna get your front truck up on the deck, make sure that you rock like you would a rock to Fakie, but when you go back in, instead of looking over your front shoulder, what you're gonna do is you're actually gonna keep looking straight. So your hips are gonna turn like you're gonna do a 180 degree turn frontside, like you would do a normal layback frontside rock and roll. When you keep your shoulders parallel to the coping, what's gonna happen is your hips are actually gonna shift and you're gonna go back the other way. And so what I would recommend when doing this is to keep your stance really, really wide on your board. And that way, when you go back down and you do that 90 degree turn, with your front foot, you can be almost in that curvature where the nose starts, and you can really start to press down there and to turn the other 90 degrees back in. From there, one of the hardest things really is just figuring out how to have enough speed. You don't want to slide all the way down to the bottom of the ramp. You want to make sure that you can do it, do that 90 degree turn real quick, and then back down Fakie as quick as possible. The two main things you want to think about here is where are your shoulders at, where are your hips at, and then also where are you looking. On a layback frontside rock and roll, you would look over your front shoulder, but for this particular trick, you're really gonna look more down at your hand. So look down at the coping, and that'll keep your shoulders parallel with the coping. As you go back in, you're gonna feel you slide down just a little bit on the ramp, but before you completely stop, make sure that you turn back in with your hips. It's all gonna be in your hips this time, and then your shoulders are going to follow. Bend your knees, let go, and ride away. So a couple tricks and tips that'll help you in learning this trick. When you do the actual trick, you just want one hand down, and that's gonna be your backhand. If you put two hands down, it doesn't really count, it doesn't look good, you're kind of just holding yourself up on the coping. But when you first learn this trick, I would recommend put both hands down. It's gonna be really easy for you to keep your shoulders parallel because both your hands are going to be on the coping. And as you start learning them better and better, you can really start to feel if you have more weight on your front hand or not. So really just try it with both hands down, go to Fakie, and then more and more start practicing with one hand and maybe just hit your other hand and then just tap your other hand. And before you know it, you won't need your front hand at all. You'll be able to do it all with just the back hand to be able to go up, rock, and then go back down Fakie. The other thing I would recommend when you first start trying this, do it on a smaller ramp first. It's gonna be a lot easier on a smaller ramp because there's not as much transition for you to try to turn on. And it's a lot more mellow. So it's easier to go 90 degree and then turn back the other 90 degree Fakie on a more mellow ramp. If it was a steep ramp, as soon as you go 90, you're kind of just going all the way to the bottom unless you have that motion and that momentum down really, really well. So try it on a smaller, mellow ramp. Once you learn it well on there, you'll be able to do it on bigger stuff. It's a blast. I don't see a lot of people do it. If you know how to do a layback frontside rock and roll, I promise you'll get this one in the same session. Hey, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial of how to do a layback frontside rock to fakie. It's something that I don't see a lot of people do. A lot of people will just do the layback rock and roll, but this is a trick that when you first start learning it, you can also slide it as well. So go ahead, practice sliding it, going in fakie. You can do it to nose to fakie. Really, the possibilities are endless. Once you start learning how to do that 90-degree turn and then back to fakie, it kind of makes a cool little screech. I'll put a clip here. I did one the other day where it makes this really cool sound when you do it on cement. But yeah, it's just a very unique, fun mini ramp trick that I don't see a lot of people do. If you like this video, please make sure to like it to help us beat the algorithm. Comment down below what other tricks you want me to teach you next. Maybe it's an old school trick, a mini ramp trick, maybe it's even a flip trick. I'd love to be able to just help you learn more tricks and just enjoy skateboarding more and more. And if you like this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're having an incredible 2023. I'll catch you in the next video. As always, thanks for hanging. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for all things faith, family, and skateboarding. We will see you guys in the next video. And as always,
thanks for hanging.